Hello friends, in this lecture we are going to study the concepts of fluid mechanics. Now this subject consists of two words, that is fluid and mechanics. We knows the term that is mechanics. Mechanics is the study of forces on any bodies, isn't it? And whereas the fluid, before going to discuss fluid, the term fluid, we know that the famous statement that is matter exists in three states, isn't it? So what is matter? Isn't it? So matter exists in three states. What are these three states? Solid, then liquid, and gases. Isn't it? Okay. So before going to define the term fluid, this is the famous statement that is matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gases, isn't it? So what is matter? Matter is anything which contains mass, and that is called as matter, isn't it? And this matter may be a solid, it may be liquid, or it may be gases. And these two terms, that is liquid and gases, forms the fluid. Okay. So fluid, it may be liquid or it may be gas, isn't it? And we know the properties of this liquid and gas, isn't it? So fluid is a substance which is capable of flowing. So fluid, it is a substance which is capable of flowing. So that is called as fluid, isn't it? So the subject, that is fluid mechanics. Fluid mechanics is the study of fluid. Okay, when it is in rest condition and when it is in motion. Okay, so study of fluid when it is in rest and in motion is called as fluid mechanics. Okay, now this fluid mechanics is again divided into two groups, that is statics and dynamics. Okay, so fluid statics and fluid dynamics. When the study of fluid, when it is in rest condition, when it is in static condition, rest condition, that means it is not moving. The body is not moving, isn't it? So when the study of fluid, when it is in rest condition, that is called as fluid statics. And when the study of fluid, when it is in motion, that is called as fluid dynamics. Okay. Again, this fluid dynamics is divided into two branches: kinematics and kinetics. So when the study of fluid, when it is in motion, without considering the forces causing the motion, that is called as fluid kinematics. And when we consider the forces causing the motion, then it is called as kinetics. Okay. So this is about the fluid mechanics, the subject fluid mechanics, that is fluid statics, fluid dynamics, fluid kinematics, and fluid kinetics. Okay, and similarly the subject hydraulics. Okay, so the hydraulics is the study of water. The Greek word, it is the Greek word hadar. Hadar means water. So the study of water when it is in rest and in motion is called as hydraulics. And similarly hydrostatics, hydrodynamics, hydrokinetics, hydrokinematics. Okay, so this is about the subject. Now again we will define the term fluid. So already I have explained that the fluid, it is a substance which is capable of flowing. It has no definite shape of its own, but conforms to the shape of the container in which it is placed. And it deforms continuously as long as shear force exists. So remember, this is the definition of the fluid. Okay, so fluid, the fluid, it is a substance. What is fluid? Fluid, it is substance capable of flowing. This is the first term. So whatever the material, whatever the substance which flows, it is called as fluid. The second, it has no definite shape of its own. But conforms to the shape of the container in which it is placed. Okay, so this is the second thing. And now third, it deforms continuously as long as shear force exists. So whenever you write the definition, you must consider these three terms. That is, it is capable of flowing, it has no definite shape of its own, and it deforms continuously as long as the shear force exists. Okay, so this is, now before going into details of this subject, let us distinguish between solid and fluid. Okay, so solid, it has a definite shape. Isn't it? Okay, so solids and fluids. Okay, so we know that matter consists of number of molecules. So solid has also number of molecules, isn't it? Like that. And the molecules, the distance between these two molecules is very less. So molecular spacing is least molecular spacing. It means that there is a more force of attraction between the two molecules, and therefore the solid has a rigid shape. It becomes compact, isn't it? and therefore the solid has a definite shape. Okay. Whereas in case of fluid, so we know that the fluid consists of liquid and gases, isn't it? In case of fluids, the molecular spacing is more. Molecular spacing is more, and therefore it has no definite shape. It means that there is a lesser molecular attraction, less molecular attraction as compared to the solid. Okay. Again, the next thing is that the solid resists tensile forces, compressive forces, shear forces, but the fluid is unable to take the tensile stresses as well as the shear forces, isn't it? But we can apply the compressive forces little bit by application of piston and cylinder arrangement. Okay, so this is about the some of the basic concept of the subject fluid mechanics. Okay, so just summarize this lecture. We have seen the definition of the fluid mechanics, definition of the fluid statics, fluid dynamics, hydraulics, fluid hydrostatics, hydrodynamics, the fluid, and the distinguish between the some differences, the points of difference between the solid and liquids. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you for watching.